Okay, go.
Bro
Alrighty,
got
guys,
quiet.
shut the. My name's X24. Welcome back to another episode of Enter the 24 Chambers podcast. Today we have our usual co-host today. And once again, my name is X24, your host, and today we have with us.
We got
That was your cue, Philip. That was your cue.
movies.
Phil, you're supposed to introduce yourself, dog.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm MDV. The best takes in the whole server. We don't need a Superman game. Um, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You already know.
I'm James, the best takes in the server. We need a Superman game, you know.
Philip?
Did Phil introduce himself? I did not hear Philip introduce himself.
No, he said movies and then stopped
Yeah,
talking.
they just stopped talking.
Bro, his name is Movies. Go on with it.
Bro, isn't it the kid named movies? Kid named
Who
movies.
cares?
Oh Lord. Oh jeez, Louise.
James Louise.
Goomy McGee.
Scooby.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you
Nigga,
Nigga,
introduce
introduce
yourself?
yourself.
Introduce
I
yourself.
already introduced myself.
No, you
did
nigga,
it,
you said movies.
Hey y'all, this is Philip. I don't have a special tag. We're here to talk everything pop culture from comics, movies, TV shows, and video games.
Thank you.
What
Phil.
other game can you play as?
And I'm
But-
also
but-
known as what other game can you play as Ares from Wonder Woman?
But before we hop way too deep in here, we're gonna have to ask you guys to like and subscribe, or if not, I don't know.
Turn on that bell notifications. I know y'all don't want to, because who does that shit?
Well, you should do it for me because I make great content, different content, and yeah. So we are talking, of course, as Philip said, games, movies, video games, movies, comics, everything pop culture. So if you like that, stay tuned, and if you don't, stay tuned anyway. And anyway, guys, so what are we cooking today or tonight?
What
My
superhero? Oh, what superhero games would y'all like to see?
Ooh, okay, nice toss-up question for the first question. For MDV, would you like to take this one? We know you love superhero games.
Did he say what superhero game I'd like to see?
Yes,
Yes.
he did.
Daredevil. I'm gonna do one for Marvel, one for DC, and one not for either. For Marvel, Daredevil. I know there's already talks of one. With Troy Baker voicing Daredevil, which I mean, nigga literally voices everybody, so I can't complain. For DC, probably Superman, because why not? I mean, most DC characters are boring, so you might as well have Superman. And for neither, I do Kick Ass because the nigga literally has nothing now. So
Alright, can I say something to that?
I was joking about the DC shit, by the way. But
Yeah,
Superman game, because I feel like his rogues gallery is actually interesting and could have a lot of cool boss battles, incorporating like kryptonite and shit.
Nah, bro, you gotta fight the same boss 3 times.
All right, Philski.
for Marvel, I'm gonna kill it both ways. I will. Can I get? Yeah, okay, we get 3, right?
Yeah.
I would like a proper UA4. I would like Injustice 3, and I would like a UA style team game for DC for Justice League.
It's a W. Those are good choices. That's how you incorporate a lot of characters in one game. It's hard to be fun.
James.
As someone who does not give a shit about superhero games,
Yeah, he's gonna get
I
kicked off
think-
stream already.
excuse me.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
I agree with MDV about a Daredevil game. Sounds nice. would definitely be something I would take. DC. I know the character is about to get a movie, but I really like to see a Blue Beetle game
Ooh.
because I find him to be an interesting
Hey.
character.
You can do a lot with that.
Okay.
And for the third option, I guess Kick-Ass because I have no other answer. MDV's right. That shit is dead.
It is dead. Okay, I guess it's on me. For DC, can we get out? For DC, I'll take a Justice League game, specifically like a single player based story, but like multiplayer can be online or offline. Like it's optional, but you can mainly just focus on one character. And for Marvel, I'll take an X-Men game. And for the non-Marvel DC, can we get the Spawn game? That would be very terrific.
True.
Can I add something to my answer?
Yeah, you can.
Mhm.
Of course.
All right, this is probably like some genius level. But for the Daredevil game, you know how like every game wants to incorporate like different dialogue options or like different choices and shit like that.
Mhm.
Well, have it so that during the daytime you can do Matt Murdock shit in court, and depending on how it goes or what you choose to do, it affects the missions of Daredevil at nighttime.
That would be really
My bad,
cool.
y'all.
Huh?
Like, say, as like Daredevil at nighttime, you can collect evidence or something that would help during the court case,
That would be really cool.
and the game would change depending on like what you do, basically.
I got you. I think.
Or you could like choose what you prioritize. You could prioritize, doing the Matt Murdock shit, or you could prioritize like, for example, going after like a villain or something, and depending on what you choose to do, there's consequences.
That would be really cool and cool. And they could take a lot of elements from the Ace Attorney games if you want to do a court case. So
Yeah.
That could be really cool.
I mean, they always want to add sections where you don't play as the superhero, like, in Spider-Man, they have Peter Parker segments into it. But a Daredevil game that would actually work because, like, it directly ties to the Daredevil stuff. Because, the Daredevil story could be connected to the court case that Matt Murdock's involved in.
All right. That's really interesting. I like that spin. You put on it. That was really
And please don't have the combat be square, square, triangle, square, square. Please do something like that. I don't know if y'all played Sleeping Dogs. It's like a melee game, but it's like there's different fighting styles and different combos and shit like that. It's not just smack and square. It's a lot more in depth.
I don't know what else they could do in a superhero game. It's not spamming square Miguel. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
There's
Sleeping
a
Dogs.
lot.
There's a lot. There's plenty of games that have melee combat that isn't just hitting square.
Injustice.
Okay.
Well, I'm talking about like not fighting games. If you played Sleeping Dogs, you would know that you could do a lot with melee combat because in that game you don't just mash buttons. You do different combos and you could like learn different skills like breaking arms, dislocating arms, and shit like that. And you'd have to switch up how you fight depending on what kind of enemy you're fighting. You could like do different like disarms and take people's weapons or shit like that.
That sounds cool, honestly.
Which I feel like would differentiate Daredevil from Spider-Man and Batman, which is just matching square.
If they do, I mean, I feel like everybody that we've named should get a video game because if these games can just sit up and do the same stuff over and over again, then I think we should be able to get a superhero game, a proper one, other than Spider-Man and Batman. Personal opinion.
But being realistic, if we get a Daredevil game, it's gonna be square, 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 triangle the counter.
Yeah,
we already know that's gonna.
Yeah, but I don't think I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Nigga, it's literally the same thing every time, except having a more in-depth combat system.
It's not that big of a deal, nigga.
All right, nigga. But y'all say we get the same thing over and over again.
What was your
Nigga has not played Sleeping Dogs.
Okay. Alrighty, let's I guess since Phil brought up Injustice, currently on the channel, I am replaying the Injustice story for A content and B for an upcoming retro review. So what do you guys think about Injustice as a whole?
I feel like
Specifically
Injustice,
Injustice 1. Specifically Injustice 1.
the evil Superman trope was a trend at the time, but I feel like there could be a third one without him being evil. People are like, oh, what they're gonna do? Because I guess they was following the comics,
Mhm.
but that wasn't like big of a deal though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Like they could do something completely fucking different, and people are still going to bitch and complain.
Yeah, because they just won't be happy until they just get specifically what they want, which is
I've seen
mid.
niggas pitch that Injustice 3 should be evil Batman. I'm like, and then, like,
No.
why do y'all like the characters to not act like the characters that they are?
I think what they should do for a third game is either A, adapt the Injustice Year Zero comic, which is a really good comic, by the way. It was before the nuke went off Metropolis and all the other Injustice stuff was going on. So when the Justice League and the Justice Society was like having like a little team up against Legion of Superheroes. Or whatever. It's a really good comic. I suggest y'all check it out. I think they either should do that or just go back to Earth One or the main Earth. You know, I think it's kind of bogus that the only form that we got in Justice 2 was Green Arrow. I really think that was just a plot point so they can have Green Arrow playable again in the second game.
I feel like they should do the what's it called? The evil niggas that are just the regular Earth niggas, but different. Like with the Owl Man. What are they called?
Oh, the Crime Syndicate.
Yeah, because with that
Oh,
you
I
could
would
literally
love
just
that.
have them be that character, and then just make a different skin, and then have them be the villains, and then you could also play as that character. If you like, you could also have the skin for that character, which would be cool.
Has everyone or anyone seen Justice League Crisis on Two Earths?
No,
Oh my
So
peak! I gotta go pull the DVD out. I have this junk on DVD.
because if they do that, then it's evil. You get the evil characters, but they're different characters too at the same time. And then you could have the heroes and the villains team up to beat them. Or you could play as the villains to beat the fucking evil Justice League. Or the Crime Syndicate, whatever you want to call it. Or the
It would be.
Justice.
It would actually be cool. Though.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
they want to have this stupid multiverse story. You might as well have a good multiverse story. If they want
Well,
to dick ride the idea of the multiverse.
every time they've done the Crime Syndicate, it somehow happens to be one of the best pieces of DC media there is.
Could you
Because
imagine, like, knowing you'll be able to play as Owlman because, like, just be obviously Batman, but with different skins? And if they wanted to go the extra mile, they could even give them different super moves. Or, different intros and shit.
How they deal with Bizarro?
Yeah, but they wouldn't do that because they're lazy, but that'd be cool. Because that'd be kind of whack. Well, I guess it would make more sense for Owlman to do a Batman super move because all the super moves in Injustice would basically murder somebody.
this movie right here, bro. This movie defines my childhood, bro.
Berthold and Peak.
What is that?
This
Nigga, that's
Justice
the
League Crisis on Two Earths. Best
I
DC
didn't.
anime.
honestly,
When you
I only
when
got
you
a
read
lot of
the
movies like that, so I might actually own this.
You need to.
dude and Peak in his hands.
when you went over the crime syndicate, like every crime, you know, it is different.
If you have
Forever
Or you
Evil.
do it for I'm about to say do a Forever Evil story.
that would
Get
be
out of the
perfect.
Injustice universe.
They did it.
Like, I know it's called Injustice, but are niggas really gonna care about the universe?
I think they just need to. Honestly, I'm against reboots, but that is one series they should probably just go ahead and reboot.
Nigga, just drop the universe. Like, I mean, in the first one and the second one, the characters from the other universe are in it, so just go to a different universe. The Injustice story is boring. It's done. It should have been done after the first one.
They just need to reboot it. Period. I think.
I didn't really care for the story of the second one. I feel like the cutscenes were really good, and it made up for like the kind of just random story. Like to me, it just was not that good. It's like they wanted to do a Brainiac story, but they somehow had to rope Injustice into it, and it just felt really weird.
Can we get something other than Brainiac?
Please, I used to like Brainiac. I hate him now. I think it's so overused.
They put him in everything.
Yeah, I enjoy him.
Every time there's like a crossover game or a movie, it's Brainiac.
To be
Especially
fair,
a game.
he sort of makes the most sense, but honestly, I think you should just do Darkseid if you want to do that.
Or do Vandal Savage or somebody.
No, I'm tired of Vandal Savage, bro. The stupid what's that show?
Nigga's not hating on the Justice League Doom villain. That movie's also goated.
That movie is goated, but that's probably the only adaptation I like. I mean, what's that show called, y'all? Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends Tomorrow.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, this shit is that.
I got so tired of seeing that nigga's face, bro. I just don't like him.
Like Doom, we're talking about best animated DC movies because it's one of the best.
There, hot take. There's not a bad DC animated movie.
Also, hot take. They're not. I don't think. Actually, there are bad ones, but I think they're kind of overrated. I feel like the ones that are making me feel way better than the new ones. I feel like they went downhill ever since the reboot.
The reboot's not that bad, honestly.
The actor is fucking terrible. I can't stand him.
Who?
The new Batman, the one like this.
Yeah, I don't like the new Batman.
Hate that nigga.
But the movies are actually pretty decent. I'm excited to see what this Justice League one is going to be about. It's supposed to be rated R. Apparently, people are like really against it, but I'm pretty pumped.
They get Justice League Dark. Fucking whatever that movie is called. We literally watching all the superheroes get ripped apart.
That movie that's the best way to end
Yeah.
a animated book. Honestly, this might be a hot take, but the DCAU might be better than the MCU.
Yeah, hard.
Huh?
Sorry, bro.
Hold, I'm not
Wait,
gonna lie.
what did you say?
Now, if we take out probably the Guardians movies and Infinity War, I think the DC animated universe with like 19 movies is better than the MCU.
Hard to disagree, but I mean, who's their own?
I feel like
I don't think I can comment.
I don't know. I feel like the characters are better developed. They take serious tones. They adapt actual comic book stories, and the acting is really, really good. I mean, I know it's animation, but I feel like those movies really do a good job at telling stories better than the MCU does most of the time. And it's just me personally. I know it might be personal bias, but I can actually go back and rewatch those movies. But there's a lot of MCU movies that I just can't go back and be like, oh, hey, I really want to see this again. But maybe
I mean, honestly, and this is probably a hot take, but I really don't mind the MCU before anything that came out in like the last 3 years, give or take. Besides everything that came out in the last few years, I think the MCU is actually pretty good if you take out shit like Thor: The Dark World and Captain Marvel and Iron Man 2.
I'm so confused on the Dark World.
What do you mean you're so confused?
I still don't mind Dark World, but I think it is definitely one of the weaker films in the MCU.
It's boring as shit.
Yeah, Phil. What do you mean you don't understand the
They
Dark
wasted a
World?
bunch
It's
of
not,
shit too.
It's an accurate Thor representation.
but it's
Nigga,
not a
I don't
good
think
movie.
I think the best Thor movie is the first one, and the rest are bad.
That's a bad take.
I mean,
I hate Ragnarok.
It's not a hot take.
I really don't like Ragnarok. I think Thor 1's honestly the best Thor movie. I don't care that he's mostly on Earth the entire time.
I mean, the first one is the most Thor accurate, but I don't know how. In Ragnarok is not the best one. It's full of corny, cheesy fucking jokes. I like the ending. It was something different and it followed a formula.
listen, bro, y'all can hate me all you want. I don't like the first Thor movie.
I mean, that's fair. It's not that
It's
great,
just
but I like it.
like Thor: The Dark World is boring, and I'd say Thor 1 is just kind of boring. Like it
How
kind
would
of
you
just
how would
exists
you
to
rank
me.
them? How would y'all rank them?
Ragnarok 1, Dark World, Love and Thunder.
I'd probably say the same.
Nigga, did you even include the first one?
I
didn't
did.
hear
I
you.
said.
I say
I think one
1,
was
3,
after
2, and
Oh.
4.
What did Phil say?
1, 3, 2, and 4.
I say one. Probably one.
Oh my bad. You go here.
One, 4, 2, 3.
What?
I do
No
not like
way.
Rag. Nigga, at least
Oh.
4 is enjoyable because of gore. I don't find Thor 3 or Thor 2 enjoyable.
You find a nigga that was on screen for 10 minutes enjoyable.
Nigga,
In
I find
a
it more
2 hour
enjoyable than the other.
in a
I
2
really
hour
don't
movie?
like Ragnarok.
In a
I do
2 hour
not like
movie.
Ragnarok.
I mean, listen, I'll give it credit. In the Thor movies, Gore is kind of the only good villain.
Can
Yeah,
I ask
Loki
one
does
question?
not count for the first one.
You don't think Loki's a good villain?
Why
Well,
do
yeah,
y'all
but
hate?
I don't really know how to categorize Loki because if we he is a villain, but I feel like if we consider him a villain, he blows everything else out of the water. So it's kind of hard to compare. But like compared to shit like Malekith and Hela, Gore is 10 times better. But I feel like that's the only saving grace I can give Love and Thunder.
I like Love and Thunder more than Ragnarok.
Why do everybody hate Dark?
Actually, I don't mind Ragnarok. I hate everything. I like everything except for when they're on Sakaar. I fucking hate that entire section of the movie. I hate it so much.
So 45 minutes of the movie.
Nigga,
I
it's
don't like.
trash. It's painful to sit through.
It's really not, but can we get to
That
Phil?
fucking-
Phil kept getting cut off. Can we get to what Phil was saying, please?
Why
This nigga's
do
not letting a Hispanic man cook? But go ahead, Phil.
why does everybody hate Dark Ruler? Like, can I please get a real
It's
reason why?
boring. Phil,
Boring.
It's boring.
But like I said, I don't mind Dark World. But like, first of all, let's get the biggest thing out of the way. They wasted Malekith, a great character, and they had a good actor for him too. They wasted him.
Yeah,
That's
Malekith
Add on to
sucked.
that, the screen, the movie just drags on, and you never feel like there's any real danger. Honestly, like even in the final fight, it does not feel like a final fight.
I mean, a
Final fight's
fucking
terrible.
building gets filled on top of him.
Phil,
Nigga, all that movie was for is to set up one of the Infinity Stones. It was trash.
You're a comic fan, Phil, but they wasted 2 of Thor's best villains, and they wasted made one of them a jobber, and one of them I don't even know what to call what they did with Malekith.
Also, and this is a critique for every single Thor film. Any film that involves a character, Odin is wasted per usual.
Yeah.
One of the most powerful fuckers, and you waste him.
Yep.
Thor 3 had Executioner, but no Enchantress.
Yeah, I don't forget. I don't forgive that at all.
I'll tell you what I dislike about 3. I don't like it being a Hulk and Thor movie. And you know the opening scene where like with him when he fights yeah, that scene was cool as fuck. If the entire movie was that and then the end scene with like him using the lightning on the bridge, it would have been great. But the Sakaar shit, I can't stand. I don't think Korg's funny. I think the Hulk and Thor fight was boring as fuck. I think the whole like the Grand Master was done terrible. I don't think he's funny at all, and he's not powerful whatsoever. Another character just turned into a joke for the sake of just adding a character.
Because it's played by a popular actor.
Yeah, but he's not funny.
I
don't like neither.
Yeah, I don't like. I think what y'all are like getting wrong is like I don't really particularly care for any of them. So me ranking one above another,
I don't
either.
Much. Like, I will say I like Thor Ragnarok just like because it's entertaining to watch, I find, in my opinion. But when you look at it as a movie, I'm sorry, there's some unforgivable shit. Like what they did to the Warriors 3, they killed them
Yeah,
off and made them look
literally a
like jokes.
joke.
And then in Love and Thunder, Korg literally is like this guy and that guy, and it's just like they undermine the entire characters.
They're supposed to be Thor's best friends, and they're played by good actors.
Exactly.
And in
Not
one,
e-
they were prevalent. Same with two.
I don't like.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't.
say that they just drop him after the third movie, but then again, they do kill him off. And I'm not trying to hear, oh, it's the goddess of death. Like, save that shit for somebody else.
I think Hela was terrible. I didn't like her at all.
I don't like this
I think
one.
the CGI. I think the CGI for her like powers looked fucking terrible.
I think she was a good villain, but I can't forgive the fact that one, she's not Loki's daughter, and she's their sibling, which is very weird.
That is
And
kind of weird.
two, I don't like them killing four of Asgard's mightiest warriors outside of Thor and Loki. I don't like them.
And Thor
killing-
never references his friends dead.
Yeah, I don't-
Remember when Gore took Sif's arm off and they made it a joke?
Yeah, that movie's ass too. I'm just saying that like I feel like there's more enjoyable stuff for me in 4 than there is 3.
I can't.
Like the scene on the planet with no color, that
was a
scene
good
is
scene.
great.
That scene was
The
more
whole scene with
colorful.
Thor is great. It's still a bad movie, but I feel like I'd rather watch the good parts of 4 than the good parts of 3.
I disagree with that heavily, but I can see
Yep.
where you're coming from.
And
I
because
don't-
at least 4 has as little screen time as he had. At least they had a good villain. Because 3 didn't. Hella sucked.
No, she didn't suck particularly. I mean, like she posed.
My thoughts on Hela are kind of weird. They got a good actress. Once again, they seem to like to waste actors, but I feel like she just came out of nowhere, and then when she died, I didn't care. Like I
She's
wasn't
powerful,
excited
just
for some
powerful.
final battle or anything. She was just like some tyrant that came in and then died in an hour.
I feel
Another
that she-
thing with the MCU, can they stop one off on those villains? Like, that's why Thanos is one reason he's so praised, because he has, not only does he have a build up, he's in 2 movies. And don't say Loki.
But why not?
I feel like Surtur should have just been the main villain, to be honest.
Who?
I agree, but at the same time, if he was the main villain, they would probably wasted him just like they wasted everyone else.
Yeah,
I mean, they kind of deal waste him, though.
I feel like
Oh yeah, but I mean, he's still alive, isn't he?
Like,
Oh,
being the problem with live action is these villains are requiring. They're always problems. I'm not saying they got to be in every movie, but they're requiring. Like, how are they gonna do Secret Wars? They kill off all the fucking villains, and they turn characters into jokes. Like, oh, who cares about the Wrecking Crew?
one thing I do praise the old films for, the characters didn't actually kill their villains. Like at the end of the first Fantastic Four, they beat the living dog crap out of Doom, but like, they still kept them alive. They just deported them.
One of the best. Oh shit! Sorry, I accidentally cut you off. Go ahead.
I'll just
One
say
of the
that-
best parts of any of the Thor movies was fucking the Frost Giant scene in the first one.
That was a good scene. I think they probably should have adapted like a known storm, a known the Norn stones. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, but they sound familiar.
The remember in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, it was like towards the end of the first season, there was they had to go to Asgard because Loki started merging the 9 realms or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that should have probably been with either 3 or 4 should have been, instead of maybe a Hela story with Gore. Honestly,
They do a Hela movie, but Thor doesn't go to hell.
It doesn't go to Valhalla neither.
Yeah. Like that's another thing with 3 and 4 that I really don't like is they don't want to be They don't want to be Thor movies. They want to be Guardians of the Galaxy movies because they barely explore anything with Norse mythology.
It doesn't. It just doesn't work, bro.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
It doesn't work that Thor is trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know what.
Oh
Taika-
yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
ass.
I don't know what Taika Waititi thinks he is, but he's not a good director for superhero movies.
Or Star Wars.
I don't want to. I don't care about the whole. Oh, we can't have Hulk movie, so we're gonna make Thor into a Hulk. I don't care. I don't want to see Sakaar. I don't want to see random planets.
I don't understand them at all. The same reason why we have to wait for. How do y'all buy Fox? Oh, they have a contract. Didn't y'all buy them out their contract?
They can't. I don't see how they can't throw enough money to just get those characters.
And literally, they're Disney. It will never go broke. Impossible.
To be fair, Hulk goes in the public domain, I think, next year. So does Namor, which is
They should just. Yeah.
Which is I know we complain about why Namor was the way he was in Wakanda Forever. I mean, if you like the adaptation, I mean, good for you. Me personally, I know a couple of my friends, we don't.
It wasn't a problem him being played by Hispanic. It was more so that making that his character.
Yeah, exactly. They changed his story for his race.
Yeah, I don't think it was just because it was forced race. I think it's because of I think Namor was supposed to get a solo film years ago. I remember being like a little kid, like, and they announced like a Submariner movie. I was like, wow, that's so cool.
Nigga, they literally him and his clan literally kill white men.
Yeah.
Besides like what they did to his character, what did you guys think of the performance?
Mid.
He did a good job. I'm not gonna hate on dude. I mean, I feel like he did a great job, but that's not Namor. That's not the Submariner.
You know how he did the whole like 1 minute he's gonna be serious, the next he's gonna be all soft. I feel like the performance just overall made him look like a bitch.
I feel like him not killing Shuri was weird, or Shuri not killing him was also,
I don't know. I guess I'm alone in this then, but I thought the performance, like, I feel like Namor was generally menacing in the film. Like, I don't think he was like, I wasn't like scared of him, but I was like, I feel like he could do some damage.
Yeah,
of course, we know he can in the comics, but like in the movie, it isn't displayed as good.
We check on Phil to see everything.
In the comics, it wasn't neither.
He's not.
I do want to point out that the scene where he comes in and he punches M'Baku's chest plate, and M'Baku goes back and says, M'Baku goes back and say, "Oh, he has the strength of a Hulk." I heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, he doesn't really show that." Well, mind you, he's wearing vibranium armor plates. I'm 75% sure that the armor that everyone wears is vibranium. And
won't lie to you, I completely forgot about that.
Vibranium is one of the strongest metal alloys in Marvel, next to adamantium. So for him to break vibranium would have to mean he's subpar with the Hulk, I guess. So I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. The way that they beat him is, I don't like him screaming his tagline and then Shuri going Wakanda forever and crossing her arms and like beating him. I thought that's fucking terrible.
I also don't like him saying Imperius Rex in Spanish. That was so stupid.
It really was. Like, this is what I'm talking about, where they changed him because of his race. It's so ass.
I mean,
also, like, that movie's just the definition of like woke shit being like influencing a movie.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not finna hate on the movie. It's good. It was okay. Okay, it's not a bad movie. It's not a good Black Panther movie, but it's a good movie. But it's not Black Panther. It's literally just, let's see how many woke things we can throw in for 2 hours and 45 minutes.
While profiting off a nigga's death.
Yeah, which I'm not okay with. I mean,
the movie.
If you guys want to support this movie, that's fine. But you're saying, "Oh, it's Chadwick's legacy. It's Chadwick's legacy." They're literally making money off a dead man's name, and it's literally sick. It's literally sick.
And stop. One thing I can't say, stop with all the people of color shit. Because like, if I can say a movie, if I don't like a movie or the movie's bad, stop saying, "Oh, the actor's this race, he's this ethnicity, he's this
Stop
color.
that. Stop.
That shit is lame.
Can white people stop trying to make everything about race? Because we're literally all minorities in this call, and we have many issues with them trying to push black people and everything. Like that's fine. Like, can we get actual black superheroes though? Like Luke Cage, Static Shock, Jon Stewart, Misty Knight. There's so many black superheroes you can do. But no, let's race change everybody instead, because that'll make us happy. No, stop doing that. We don't like that.
I mean, DC's doing it way fucking better. And they
Because
dropped
DC,
shit good.
because I don't know, somehow, dude, despite all of WB's BS, they're actually giving us a Latino and what's it, a Latino lead that's actually a Latino character,
A
and
character that was already
that was already
established is Mexican.
exactly. That's a very popular character. Blue Beetle, nigga.
Let's not forget that Green Lantern show was going to focus on Hal and John. No, they haven't even shown anything yet. The ideal is enough. The fact that it's happening is enough for me.
Personally, not like I don't like that it's a show, but it's still cool. I'd rather it be a movie, but it's still cool nonetheless.
I disagree.
I read this show.
I'd
You get more
rather it be a
content with
show.
the show.
I was just finna say that if you get a show, that's what was it? How long was Peacemaker? Like 10 episodes?
8, I think.
Yeah,
That's 8 45-minute episodes of these two just going on space adventures. That's the general idea I'm getting. Hal and John literally being just detectives in space, getting screen time, getting character development, getting action scenes. 48 45-minute episodes. I think that's perfect. Rather than
I'm glad it's not animated.
that's great. I think so too.
You all ready for the internet to explode when they announce the casting?
Oh,
Yeah.
I really think they should bring back John D. Washington as Jon Stewart. The dude Snyder got was actually pretty good.
They're not going to get him.
I think he was really passionate about that role too. Crazy.
As much as I want him to, I don't think they're going to get him.
I doubt so, because WB rarely makes good decisions. The best thing they've ever did was make James Gunn and the other dude the head of the DC universe.
Who would y'all cast as Hal Jordan?
Get Ryan Reynolds for Rover.
No.
I think we can do better than Ryan Reynolds. Can we get Ryan Gosling?
No. Ryan Gosling, a hot take, but from the show I've seen him, Ryan Gosling is not that great of an actor.
Yeah, he's not. Let's be honest.
I mean, I legit have no comment on Ryan Gosling. I mean, he's kind of just there.
Yeah, that's how I feel about him. Like, he's good, but, like, he's not that great of an actor.
I feel like, especially since of the Sigma memes and stuff, it's not funny, by the way.
Guys, Tom Cruise, that's not going to happen.
I don't think Tom Cruise.
What about him?
I don't think
Tom Cruise, just because he's Top Gun and he flies the plane, so he could be Hal Jordan, bro.
He could, but he's too old. He's like in his 50s.
He is too old. I don't know. We gotta get someone with like charisma, because I like Hal Jordan to be funny, like in the animated show. I don't like him to be serious. I know they go back and forth with who's the comic relief, Green Lantern or Flash, but I'd rather be Green Lantern.
Can we please, in the new DCU, can we get a Green Lantern Flash duo something? Whether it's Jon Stewart and Wally West or Hal Jordan and Barry Allen, it would just be so great, please. Because their dynamic is just so good.
I don't know, bro. It's better. The only thing that keeps me excited to MCU is the fact we might get X-Men, Wolverine, what the hell. Other than that, though, I don't even too much care.
Just keep in mind, Wolverine's not going to be able to have sex or smoke cigars.
Oh, great. Fantastic. I ain't gonna lie. After Guardians 3, I really was like I know a lot of people's like, oh, after this, I'm done with Marvel movies. But I'm really seriously done with Marvel.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Ant-Man 3 left a terrible... No, Phase 4 was just... It just really shows how dull and poor the MCU really got. There's only like a handful of movies I enjoy. Handful of projects, Go ahead.
Let them tell you, though. The reason the MCU is so trash, I mean, Phase 4 is so trash. And MCU fatigue is because we was getting projects back to back to back, but we went the whole 2020 without getting projects. My thing is my thing. Hold on, yeah. My
Yeah, they have
thing
your excuse
is
for why Phase 4 is bad, but none of them are valid.
at all.
I think.
Oh no, listen, I have MCU fatigue, but like at the same time, I feel like I just feel obligated to watch it for some reason.
What else
Like
is
I
there
feel
to
like
watch?
I'm going to watch it no matter what.
Well, what else is there to watch, bro? Like, there's other movies, but it's
Fair.
like the movies that we're interested in. There's not a whole lot, even because we all watch movies outside for superhero movies, but there's not really that many movies that grasp my interest. I'm not one of those niggas to just go and see a movie to say I watched it.
I don't know.
Oppenheimer.
I feel like
I don't believe in MCU fatigue though. It's because like y'all like it's not good because they're project after project and they actually listen to you, the dumbasses who said that. Like, what do you mean? Like, if that's all people watch, like if you're gonna rewatch fucking a movie 5-6 times in 3 months, that's a problem. Going back to rewatch Doctor Strange for the 5th time in 2 months, like of course you're gonna get tired of it. That's
Well,
all
it's
you
not
keep
that for
fucking
me.
watching.
It's that like I just feel like the time gap, it's a long time, but it isn't. Like I feel like a movie will come out and then 3 months later one of the shows will come out. And even though it's 3 whole months, like I feel like I'm getting back into the exact same shit I just watched.
That's all I.
It's literally the same formula every time.
Yeah.
And when niggas be like, "Oh, you said you're done with it, but you watch them," it's like, well, by being done, I mean I don't give a fuck anymore. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna watch movies, but I'm not gonna go watch ones I don't care about. I still haven't seen Miss Marvel. I'm not gonna watch the Marvels.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
haven't
gonna go to
finished
theaters
Miss
to watch
Marvel.
it.
I skipped episode
But-
5 of Miss Marvel.
But guys, if you don't watch the Marvels, you're somehow sexist, even though it looks.
I'm not gonna
boring.
watch the Marvels. I'm not gonna watch Ironheart. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna watch.
I'm gonna watch Ironheart because I want to see.
I want to see how they do it.
Actually, I might because I want to see the hood. But
Yeah,
I'm not
same.
I'm not gonna watch the other projects. Like there's a shit I don't care to see. To be honest.
Hot take. I actually found, even though she was literally a plot device and was just there to be there, I didn't mind Riri Williams in Wakanda Forever.
I
mean, she's
hated her.
from Chicago. She
I hated her
attended
because
MIT.
niggas shot Iron Man 2 for trying to set things up, but that movie was literally an advertisement for the Ironheart show.
I mean,
But niggas,
listen,
nobody talks about that.
I can't comment on her performance. She was alright, but like because of her character's purpose in the movie to just be there, even if her performance was good, it hinders the character for me.
It's so distracting. Like she's there to just because next product. That's why she's there. She has no reason to be there, and she's literally a plot device.
I mean,
we gotta find Riri Williams because like the story is so bad in that movie. We gotta go get this teenager because she builds shit that disrupts it. Like it's such a shit story.
she actually did team up with them in the comics though. Those characters.
But those are
It
terrible
wasn't.
comics, Phil.
They're missing a few. Okay.
But those were terrible comics, Phil. Be honest, bro.
You didn't read them.
Nigga, did you read them?
Yes, I did.
Tell me
I
what
would just think
happened.
I know that.
Tell me what's the name of it.
Nigga, Ironheart the 2018 one.
Phil, you don't think these comics are written to like lead you into the movies?
That comic was definitely not leading to the movie.
Well, I didn't read it, but I'm just saying that happens.
To be fair,
I don't even like
I don't see
MCU
that.
media outside MCU.
They put before the Blade movie got announced. They put Blade on the Avengers. Like they push shit on the comics that they know are gonna be like in a movie or a movie.
but
Man, it's sad that
5
I'm
years
not really
later-
excited for the Blade movie anymore.
I'm not.
I
It's
was so excited for it, but like I'm just so sick of these delays and just the MCU as a whole that I've lost hype. I hope it's good though.
I've heard that 2 of the script writings, that 2 in the base scripts, the script had been rewritten at least 4 times. When 2 of them, Blade had
Yeah.
10 to 15 minutes of screen time total.
Damn.
That is bad.
And there's going to be another script. There's going to be like 2 fight scenes, and they were going to be poorly choreographed. Like they weren't going to prioritize making them good.
I read that too.
Which, regardless of if it's years later or not, niggas have to understand it's going to be compared to the Wesley Snipes movie. Because a lot of niggas don't even know Blade's a Marvel character because of that movie.
My brother didn't even know Blade was a Marvel character until recently, since I told him.
Would y'all consider that a good thing or a bad thing? I would consider that a good thing.
Blade got revamped to be way cooler because of the movie.
I can agree with that.
They really
before the movie, Blade did not look like that, and he did not act like that. So
I like what they did with his character. And Wesley, I'm not gonna lie, being able to top Wesley Snipes perform, even though Blade 3 was terrible, he still gave a great performance. So to top Wesley Snipes is going to be very tough. Even though I like the actor they got, Mufasa Ali, great actor, but the way this movie's going, it's an MCU movie, so I don't think it's going to be that good, honestly.
Nigga, the first mistake was not having it be rated R.
Yeah, but I've heard that was really tossed up. They were really talking about pushing the limit to PG-13 to let it be rated R.
They gotta stop this. DC
they always say push PG-13, and they never do it.
There's only like 4 movies I've seen that.
Actually, no, never mind. I was about to say a Werewolf by Night, but that's just TVMA, isn't it?
It's black and white.
No, it's TV.
TV-14.
Yeah,
sorry,
allowed to have blood.
Yeah,
it's literally it being black and white. But like Venom 2 was supposed to push PG-13. Venom 1 was supposed to put Morbius was supposed to push PG-13. Like this and that were supposed to push PG-13. The only movie I've seen like push PG-13 is like Guardians 3, and maybe like there's one other movie I was just.
I mean, I have to say that scene where they take off High Evolutionary's face, that shit is pretty gnarly.
Yeah, and the swearing too. Like not just the fuck. There's a lot of swearing in that movie.
Yeah.
Would y'all not consider The Batman as well?
Yeah, that's the other movie, The Batman. I forgot it was PG-13.
I forgot that was PG. Yeah, I was just about to say.
It was supposed to be rated R. I don't know if y'all remember, like when it was first coming out. I think we talked about this before.
Unfortunately, they're not gonna let a Batman movie be rated R.
What was Mortal Kombat 1?
PG-13.
PG-13.
Which one?
I wouldn't say
1995.
I'm Mortal Kombat 1. The garbage ass movie with Cole Turner.
Oh, that was rated R.
That was rated R, but don't call it garbage, nigga. What the hell? Kind of terrible take.
It is, but
it's not.
It's dumb fun.
It's a fun movie.
Mortal Kombat. That movie is literally just dumb fun.
I don't think a Mortal Kombat movie needs to be good. Just make it fun, bro. Have over the top.
Make the action scenes good. The action scenes suck in that movie. Well, not all of them, but like
both.
Look, can we get okay? I know we're kind of pushing off topic. Can we get real martial artists back to doing movies, or is that just
we got Carl Urban as Johnny Cage,
Jade Katana, Johnny Cage.
Carl Urban is decent at choreography, like not amazing or anything, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty like good at least.
Let's talk,
bro. But like, can this nigga do? Bro, the test to play Johnny Cage. Can the nigga do the splits?
Not gonna lie, that
Carl Urban is not doing the splits.
No. I'm not saying the Miz. I would have preferred the Miz, honestly, which says a lot.
Let's talk about this. So we've had 3 new casting. The whole casting has leaked, but we only have 3 that have been sort of official. Carl Urban. I don't know the other 2, but the one that's gonna play Jade, she kind of looks like Jade, and
she's ugly.
Okay, she's not, but the actress that's gonna play Kitana. I kind of want to rant about this.
This is going to be racist, but any pretty Asian girl could play Katana.
True, but can we just? I just want to say, why would you make? Okay, first of all, can we all agree that in every adaptation that Katana and Melina look fairly, almost identical twins? Can we all agree to that?
Mm-hmm.
Almost identical, yeah.
Philip, do we agree? This nigga went to sleep. So
is Phil sleeping?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
You agree that Katana and Melina fairly look almost identical in every adaptation.
I'm gonna bring in the new adaptation.
I just want to say that if you were gonna make Melina black, why in the hell would you race swap Katana to be Asian, to be black Asian? I don't understand that.
Listen, bro. Like I said, Chinese film likes black women.
It's like Melina and Katana are like Ben Riley and Peter Parker. They're or like the Star Wars like clones in animation. They don't look the same, but they're meant to look the same canonically. But they don't look the same to like differentiate them. If you know what I mean.
I feel
Like they look the same in universe, but they don't look the same to us because that's just how they're drawn or animated or whatever.
Which is it's fine, but in the face, like even in K11 where like Melina's hair is shorter, you can if you really look close, you can tell. Hey, okay, that's pretty much Katana. Why would
I don't know why they didn't just use the same actor twice.
I really feel bad
Yeah.
for CC Stringer, bro, because I know she was really passionate about playing Melina, even though her character was really butchered in that movie.
She was passionate about playing a character she didn't fit.
I feel like because I don't know what CC Stringer played in it, but I know this that she was passionate about the character, and they should have probably brought her back as Katana if you were gonna make Katana black. I mean,
She said she
No.
isn't coming back. The character's wasted. I mean, I like the action scene, but the villains in the movie were fucking trash.
She barely has
James
purple on her.
the movie
Get
was
killed by
pretty,
fucking Sonya.
the movie was pretty dull and color.
Cole was so
in
peak,
terms
though.
of color. Cole is a great character.
You can tell what actors know how to do choreography and which actors don't.
It's
All the
clear.
villains
In what
stuff were
sense?
fucking trash.
What, James?
In what sense? Like, give me examples, just because I'm curious.
Okay, so first let's break it down. The first fight, Bihan versus Hanzo. Great choreography,
I mean,
right?
yeah, they're great at choreography. Both
Yo
of them.
Taslim and Hiroyuki Sanada.
Perfect duo.
They're both
Perfect duo. But you can tell.
Next,
Go ahead.
huh?
You can tell like they all did that in like one camera shot because like the
Yeah.
camera doesn't cut. There's no cuts. It's literally one shot. He did
Except
it all.
that one time where there's a shot where it's just staring at a tree, but like we can ignore that.
There's no cuts. there's
second-
no-
next fight is like, what is it?
Kano and Reptile.
Kano, okay, that's pretty
That's
good
a C- that's a-
choreography, but
That's a
it's
CGI.
CGI, so it's like okay.
I mean, yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah,
Jackson.
and then-
Jackson Sub-Zero.
Oh yeah, Jackson
and then
Sub-Zero.
like
That was good. I
that,
actually liked
that
the
one was
choreography.
good.
That
Yeah,
was
it
good.
was simple, but it was
Yeah.
carried by. It was basically just Joe Taslim beating the fuck out of Jax. It wasn't really even a real fight, honestly.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that one's good. And then we go to like fast forward a little bit, and we go to like what's their names? Like Sonya and Melina, and the fight choreography dips. Then we go to Jax
That
and
scene had
Reiko, and the fight choreography dips.
Yeah.
And we go back to Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and it's good again.
I
And
mean,
you
I
can
won't
just-
lie to you. I think I don't count the Jax and Reiko stuff because I feel like that was not even a fight. But
It
if
really
I'm not counting that,
wasn't.
I think the Melina and Sonya fight was probably like it was just boring.
Mhm. Oh my god, that one shot of Sonya stabbing Reptile is so fucking bad.
I don't even remember. She did.
Like, are you talking about when she does the
catches
spin?
the knife? Yes, it's so bad
yeah,
and
that was
awkwardly
bad.
shot.
That was an awkward shot.
It's such an awkward shot. It's so distracting. She catches the knife, spins, and then it cuts to her face while stabbing him. It's so bad.
You can tell that. Okay, I don't want to be that guy that defends everything, but I'm just putting common sense into it. You can easily tell that the movie, even though it's being produced by WB, put out by WB, you can tell the movie doesn't have that big of a budget because some of the CGI is really off. There's not that many A-list actors. You could they're B to C list. You could kind of I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Hiroyuki Tsukanaki?
Hiroyuki Sanada.
Yeah, he. You could kind of say he's a high B list to A. You know,
hot take, but I like that they're like B or C listers because they don't
I do
look like
too.
a celebrity. Yeah.
See, that's why I didn't want someone like The Miz as Johnny Cage.
I agree. But
Because people know him.
you're bringing in Carl Urban. I can literally only when I saw that I'm like, yeah, these niggas really just want to attract money.
I
That's
mean,
literally all they want.
honestly, I won't lie. I don't mind Carl Urban as much because, like, I know The Boys is super popular and like Marvel's super popular and stuff like that, of course. But like, I feel like he isn't like incredibly well known. Like, I feel like his name is well known, but he himself, like, besides that, the only thing I know him from is like the Chronicles of Riddick and like some other
Right.
shit.
I feel like they just got him because he's the highest known celebrity they could have got.
Probably.
Look, put
No, wait until they get Dwayne the Rock Johnson for Shao Kahn.
Bro,
they've
he's the only
already-
nigga that could like do his physique well, but you know he would never wear the helmet and they could never afford him. Bro,
Honestly,
would be
I
like
would have won it though.
the power of the Mortal Kombat universe is about to change.
you
Bro, would be like,
know,
I played these games growing up. Like, you know, the whole shtick.
apparently, The Rock has a no losing clause in his contract. So
Yeah.
I guess
Is
Liu
Phil
Kang's
awake?
not being a champion.
Yeah, I was arguing. I'm playing COD. I was multitasking.
Also, any like, the Liu and Cabal fight is terrible.
It really
And
is. But the fatality's cool. The fatality's cool.
I don't mind it because I feel like, well, I feel like they incorporated the speed, but they didn't do it well enough. Like, there's not enough hand-to-hand combat and shit like that. And, like, it's kind of just Cabal dropping one-liners, and then he gets fatality'd. Also, listen, I don't know what y'all think about this, but my least favorite thing in this movie is after Cabal gets fatality'd, and then you just hear fatality for Kung Lao. That shit was so cringe to me. I'm sorry. I hated
It was. I understand they want to reference the game, but please stop forcing it.
They
Yeah.
Forcing what?
Like them saying fatality,
I pointed this
flawless.
out.
Stop forcing.
I pointed this out. I don't know. I either said it to myself or I said it when I was streaming Mortal Kombat 11. They really try to reference those one-liners way too much. Like in Mortal Kombat Legends, the first one, when Scorpion's Revenge, they like after every day, it's like finish him or we're gonna finish you or finish this. Can we stop?
I'm
Stop
okay
that.
with like Shang shouting "finish him" because that fits.
That's
And I'm okay with like corny lines like flawless and like training scenes and shit, but like serious moments like Liu Kang
Fatality.
avenging Kung Lao, there should not be a corny line like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like the Fort Kung Lao junk is cool, but him saying fatality before was just.
I know. If he just said for Kung Lao, would have been better.
Also, I do want to point out that them killing Kung Lao and then Lu just. I mean, we're fans of the game, so we know how much Lu and Kung Lao's relationship is. But to the average viewer who's just seeing this movie and might want to go play the games doesn't know how deep their relationship is. So him trying to get revenge
Kung Lao
for
also
Kung Lao
had one of
just
the
looks.
best costumes in the movie.
I've missed one.
Sad,
Mortal Kombat fans with Mortal Kombat fans.
Oh, yeah, man, me too.
Honestly, I think besides like the ice effects they did with Stub, I think Kung Lao probably is the best like CGI and shit.
Yeah,
I think his teleport shit and his hat and all that stuff looks cool.
his teleport looked really cool because it was
Yeah.
practical. Because they put him on wires and he did the sun, and there was just CGI around him.
I like that. I really do like that.
Also, with like niggas like Cabal who wear a mask, the choreography could be good as long as the other person's good at choreography because they can just throw a stunt double in the mask. You gotta take that into consideration too.
I think the main thing I want in the sequel is a good choreography. Sorry, because the games, the cutscenes usually have fairly great choreography, especially like MK11 has like, despite its flaws, like when these niggas are just like hand to hand fighting, it's usually pretty good. Two, can we not have so many main characters die? That would be great. Could we get like some random monks or civilians or Tarkatans that just randomly get killed off?
That's a very good point because that's something I like about the Legends movies and even the newer games for like 11 is that they can do fatalities on niggas who aren't main characters.
Yeah.
Like they can just like kill goons or shit like
Yeah.
that, so that you can show the fatality without having to kill a main cast member.
Exactly. That was my main.
Because that's
problem
let's
with
be real,
21.
that's the only reason so many characters died is because they wanted to show fatalities.
It was
And
stupid.
honestly, the fatalities in that movie suck. Kung Lao's is good. Liu Kang's is ass.
I disagree. I like Blue Kings.
I like Lose, but I think there's definitely some dodgy CGI in it.
And
Like
they're
when
like
the
no
dragon
gore.
first comes down. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Just grab the entire Mortal Kombat 2 movie and do a spin-off about the Black Dragon with Kano and Cabal, and boom, profit.
Have a Black
Which-
Dragon or Red Dragon movie. It's not that hard. It can only
It's
be a
not gonna
spin-off.
happen. Mortal Kombat did, I think, fairly well. I think the only reason it like didn't make as much as it could is because they were doing the stupid ass streaming same day shit, which just killed profits for movies.
That kills all profits for movies, honestly.
I don't know
Like,
why.
motherfuckers are just gonna pirate it day one. Look what
Can you
happened to
imagine how much
Halloween
money
Kills and Eggs.
Godzilla? Can you imagine how good of a movie or how good of money they could have made with Godzilla versus Kong if it wasn't same day streaming? Because that movie did well even with that.
Yeah.
Is that like a bad thing or something? Because y'all, that's basically like a FNAF movie is not going to be.
Well, it's good. Well,
What?
it's good when it's not on streaming the same day because it makes more money in theaters, which
Yeah.
means that they're gonna make a sequel.
I mean, cool, I guess. I guess.
Certain shit, it doesn't matter though.
doesn't-
They're already locked into a
Yeah, if
movie
they're
deal.
locked into a deal, yeah. But like with something
Like-
with Mortal Kombat, like the budget could have killed the sequel easily.
Yeah. Honestly, I was kind of worried we weren't going to get a sequel to the movie. Even though
Me
I
too.
think it did, I think it did decently well, didn't it?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I mean,
it's-
there's a reason it had a low budget is because they didn't have a lot of faith in it, which
The
is
last-
weird because it's one of the best-selling fighting games of all time, or
Mm.
video games of all time in general.
No,
But
to be fair, the last live-action Mortal Kombat movie they made was
Was
Annihilation.
trash.
Okay, thank you, Philip.
Don't
Yeah,
fun.
it is dumb fun. I go back. I ain't gonna lie. I go back and I rewatch Annihilation semi just to laugh at it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I can't lie to y'all. Annihilation is one of those movies where I think it's so bad that it's still not that good.
nigga, what other movie can you see Cyrax?
Nigga, he
Alright,
doesn't
bro.
even speak. He doesn't say a word.
Nigga, it has Noob Saibot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Can we just point out how stereotypical Jax is in that movie?
I haven't seen it in so long. I remember Johnny
Bro.
Cage getting his neck snapped, and they recast Sonya.
I seen.
I remember the painful Shao Kahn lines. I remember Sindell's lines. I remember,
Motaro
Johnny
and Baraka's in that movie.
yeah.
He gets kicked off of like some stage balcony thing, and they reuse the scene where Rain gets thrown into that fire pit.
But it's Baraka.
Yeah, no. When it cuts back to him being thrown into the fire, it's literally Rain. It's not Baraka.
For jobbers or villains in the second movie, I really hope we get Baraka.
Apparently,
Hasn't there been rumors about Baraka?
yeah. Apparently, he.
Probably. I hope so.
He loses to Johnny
Oh,
Cage
no.
and he becomes a hero or something like that.
Please
Oh,
don't
yeah,
make it
that's right.
CGI. Please, would y'all want CGI or like practical? I feel like a mix would probably be the best.
Oh, I just have a question. Was Melina's mouth, like right before she died, was that CGI or practical? Because that looked good in my opinion.
He looked it really good.
I think it was
Probably
practical.
a mix, right?
But yeah, I think it was a mix.
I think
Yeah,
it was.
I
I
think
feel
that's
like
what I'd be
they
cool with.
have the base. They have practical effects as the base, and then they use CGI to like animate it.
Yeah,
For what it's
that
worth,
would work with me.
there is a lot of practical effects in 2021, and they're really not that bad.
He gave us the best Cabal design.
True enough.
Also, he has Striker's badge. I don't know if y'all knew that.
I
Gave
did
us
not
the
know
best
that.
Kano performance.
Yeah, it made me like Kano, bro.
I know. The only
I
time
I
I've ever
really
liked
don't like
Kano.
how he died. I
It's kinda
hated
bad.
how he died.
And it's upsetting because I'm pretty sure there hasn't been any leaks about Kano in the next movie.
Didn't he
Right.
die in the first movie? If I'm not mistaken.
Nigga,
Well,
all
yeah,
half
but,
of the
like,
characters died.
You
Almost
could make
half
the
the
argument that this is how he gets the cybernetic eye or some shit like that, but
He's dead.
Nigga, why'd they stab him in the eye though? Nigga, so is fucking Cabal, Molina. All these niggas are dead.
Nigga, Melina got blew to bits. I do not like how they killed her, bro.
Yeah,
didn't mind it.
the fatalities suck.
No.
I didn't
they
like the
don't
way
suck.
Sonya came in running on the wall, but like I liked the way it looked after.
The fatalities were good, but I don't like that they just
They
killed
were not
so many.
good. They were mid.
Okay. I don't like that they just killed so many main characters.
Is Johnny Cage gonna have an Arcana and it's just the green shit?
Probably is.
See, but like that's the thing. That would make sense, but like I doubt we're gonna see any shit about Elder Gods in the movie, so what do you think they'll do? Because like they're not gonna say, "Oh, this is strong against Elder Gods" and shit like that. What are they gonna say? It's like good against. What's the point of it?
I have no fucking clue.
No, they bring up the Elder Gods in the first movie. Raiden mentioned.
We get John Cena as Striker.
That would be way out of their budget. John Cena's not gonna come in on.
I really hope Striker shows up in the movies though, because they wasted him in Battle of the Realms.
He got his original,
I
well,
cannot-
his
I cannot see
MK9 voice actor.
John
Just
Oh, serious, bro.
Isn't
nigga,
Striker-
he's had a serious role, bro.
What was it?
Bro, John Cena's. Have you not watched Peacemaker, little bro? Like, he's a good actor, like dead ass.
He just plays himself though, bro. So
But he does have serious roles though.
He doesn't
He
play
was in
himself,
this.
but
He was in this. I don't remember what it was, but it was some like political movie or something like that where he played a congressman, I think, and he was serious.
Nigga, he was
Also,
the
even
he
though
doesn't
Fast
play
and Furious
himself.
9 is an ass movie, he was different. In Fast 10, he's more like John Cena, but in Fast 9, he was like playing a role.
he played the
Fast
villain
10,
in
he's
Bumblebee.
basically just Peacemaker.
Yeah, without the gore.
Yeah,
He's the
because
villain
he's
in
like,
Bumblebee.
it's like how you know how like after Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds is really Deadpoolish in like movies. That's how John Cena is. He just acts like Peacemaker now.
Good character.
Mid maker.
Can we talk about Free Guy for a minute? Well, since we like brought up Ryan Reynolds,
Never
What do you-
seen it.
you've never seen Free Guy.
I never
Mhm.
honestly bothered watching it.
I heard it's
It was
really
one of
good,
those
but
movies that got a lot of hype, but like I just never got around to it.
It's a
Taika
great
with
movie.
TV's involved, so I don't want to watch it.
It's such a great
Mid
movie.
maker.
Oh my god, that's
That's what
crazy.
he said.
Bro, Ryan Reynolds is another actor that niggas say just plays himself, but is actually talented.
Yeah, he is actually talented.
I mean, to me, because I've only seen John Cena in like a couple movies, I think Peacemaker really showed that he's like an actual actor. Like, nigga can actually act and not just be himself.
Sure.
I agree. That's why I think
The
Peacemaker's a
Suicide
good show.
Squad did too. Fun fact, y'all know Peacemaker is not a DC Comics character. He's actually a Charlton Comics character.
I did not know that.
I
Yeah, DC
didn't
bought
either.
Charlton Comics and then just took Peacemaker. And that's why in the Peacemaker show, his hometown is called Charlton.
Interesting.
I like
James
those-
Gunn knows his shit, bro.
I like those little details.
Yeah, I mean, in the original comics, Peacemaker was just generic army guy, kind of. So, like, they revamped him, obviously.
As
Yeah.
they should. As they should.
He was a pacifist in the original comics.
Oh well, that definitely changed.
That definitely changed.
I still kind of like that they kept the him wanting justice. Where like, he's not a bad guy. He just
Who?
does good things to the extreme.
Oh, Peacemaker?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, like everyone's the hero in their own story.
Yeah.
But he's not.
But Peacemaker, like, actively tries to be a hero, but niggas think he's a villain.
Yeah, just because he kills people.
I mean, I think the only time I've ever really disagreed with him was when he wanted to hide all that shit they did to, like, children and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In what's his face? But that's because that's what he was assigned to do. He
And
had to
also
do
because
that.
he thought, he was convinced that if it got out, like there would be a war
Yeah.
between nations and shit, which
That's
is
what he
ties
did.
into him wanting peace, like
Yeah.
like in general, which is really cool. If you always see characters like that, and then they made him irredeemable by him killing Rick Flag, and then they've redeemed him and made you actually like him.
Crazy
Or
enough.
And there's a theory that in season 2 that Rick Flag Sr., played by peak actor,
Frank
I forgot his name, Frank Grillo, is gonna come and hunt down Peacemaker, and if that's true, that would be
Grillo.
fucking peak.
It would,
I
especially
kinda,
considering Frank Grillo says he has a bigger role in the DC movies, considering he didn't like how they wasted him as Crossbones.
He was supposed to be in a lot more shit as Crossbones. He even said that.
I just hate that Rick Flag might not actually come back, even in the little soft reboot of the DC universe.
I don't mind it because Rick Flag Sr. is technically the original Rick Flag. So
It was
I don't mind
still-
because, like, even though I like Rick Flag, you know, he was an emotional death, and it's best to keep it that way. I think it's like whenever you kill a character that everyone likes, people will be upset, but I feel like bringing them back just cheapens it
yeah,
because then it was
Oh.
kind of just for shock.
I mean we have a Rick Flag now. We have
Yeah.
Frank Grillo as Rick Flag basically. So I'm not saying I didn't like him as a character, but it makes sense because
I mean,
he's
I
Rick Flag
like Rick
Sr.
Flag's character
Yeah, I mean especially bro had the biggest comeback in like comic book movies.
for real.
What else do we have to discuss?
I don't know.
Spider-Verse is getting overhyped as fuck.
Okay, let's
It's really
do-
good,
okay.
but like niggas talk about it every day.
Let's do talk about Spider-Verse. What are you guys expecting from the movie? Like, let's take out Twitter stands, take out all the hype and whatever. What are you guys honestly expecting?
I think it's
to
going to
see
be a
from
great movie, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of, or at least a few times where I'm like, that's stupid. But I'm still going to overall really like it. It's going to be a great movie. Like, there's no, like, when we talk shit about the first Spider-Verse, it's still top 10 superhero movies, but it's like, it just, niggas just dick ride it, like, and talk about it every day. It's not better than the Raimi movies. You can't compare them. One's a Miles Morales movie and one's a Peter Parker movie. You can't even
It's
compare them.
still a Spider-Man movie, so
Nigga, barely. You
What
can't.
mean? Nigga,
That's
what?
nigga. You can't compare an animated
Barely.
movie about Miles Morales and then a live-action movie about Peter Parker. You can't compare that. It's a dumb comparison,
You can compare Spider-Man, and they're both Spider-Man. Peter
nigga.
Parker
Stop.
Still
You know what I mean?
Peter Parker still plays a big part of that movie. So
That's like comparing Iron Man and then like if there's an Ironheart movie.
but
You can't compare them.
But Iron Man and Ironheart have almost nothing to do with each other in the comics. She literally just
Nigga.
takes inspiration.
Yeah,
from
you're just
Iron Man.
disagreeing to disagree at this point. You know
What
what
do
I
you
mean?
mean? What?
Okay, well, before we start an argument, I'm gonna give my thoughts on Spider-Verse,
All right.
which is my hot take, which I think you guys know by now, which is that I don't really like Spider-Verse that much, and I
Base
probably won't see this new Spider-Verse until like a few months after it comes out.
What don't
It's
you
just
like
not
about
really
it?
on my radar.
It's a great
What?
question.
What don't you like about it?
I don't really know how to describe it. It's just like everyone was hyping it up so much that when I watched the movie, I was kind of just disappointed. Like, I feel like it's just a movie and you watch it and then it was over. I feel like there was nothing where I was like surprised or I was amazed or anything like that. Like, the animation is great, but I feel like that's the only thing I can really say about the movie. Like, great animation, your movie was fine.
That is
That's all
I
I have to
don't-
say about it.
I don't think a lot of people talk about the biggest issue is the theme and message of anyone could wear the mask. That's fucking stupid. If you don't have spider powers and you put on a Spider-Man mask, you're bleeding out in an alleyway.
I think you're literally taking it too seriously.
Bro, it's just a stupid theme.
I think
Anyone
you're-
can wear them. You could. He literally goes. The last thing he says is, "Anyone could wear the mask. You could wear the mask." It's not that. No,
I think
that's
you're-
like saying that with
you're-
Batman, where
you're
you no.
taking it too literal. You're taking
that's literally the theme of the movie is anyone could be Spider-Man.
You're taking it.
Does
You're
not work.
taking it too literal.
No, I'm
You're
not. I just have a better
Oh.
comprehension level than you.
Yeah, sure. Phil, what do you think about Into the Spider-Verse? Or Beyond the
Phil?
Spider-Verse? Or Across the Spider-Verse?
You talking
I
about the
think-
first one?
The second one. The
oh, there
second
it is.
one. What do you want the second one? What are you expecting for the second one, despite all the hype and whatever?
Lucky hoping for it to fail.
Okay, fantastic.
Base take. Phil,
I mean, I will-
what do you think about me saying that you can't compare like Spider-Verse to like the live action Peter Parker movies?
You can't.
W take.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't really give my main thoughts on Spider-Verse 2. I kind of just said I'm not really interested in watching it. I think it'll probably be a very good movie. I don't know if it'll be as good as the original because, like, even though people are hyping it up, I feel like the original Spider-Verse is this big thing. Like, I'm not like comparing it to No Way Home, but think about the situation in which we have No Way Home. The next Spider-Man movie isn't gonna do as good as No Way Home, and I feel like that's what this is gonna be. Spider-Verse 2, whether it's better or worse, it won't do as good as the original, and the original will be more favored.
I think that
Adding characters doesn't do anything for me.
Okay. I'm expecting this movie to. Well, the runtime is 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think including
Pretty good.
credits. So I think that Miguel, Miles, hopefully Gwen and Peter, all fully get developed, along with hopefully Ben Riley, Jessica Mid, and Spider Media. I think everyone's going to get fully fleshed out. I think it's going to be a pretty decent movie. But can we stop doing Spider Verse and just give Miles his own movie? Because
Facts.
I think number one, I think Miles has deserved it. I think that the first movie, yeah, though it being a multiverse movie, it's still focused on Miles. And the one thing I'm very worried about this movie is that it's going to take a lot away from Miles when he's the main character. I feel like it's going to focus more on Miguel or all these other spider people that they love throwing into the trailers, which I'm not particularly liking too much because I'd rather the movie just be about Miles and his journey, and then you just throwing him back into the little Spider-Verse thing I feel like it's a bit too early. I would have liked that if you had a movie or a little, I don't know, little animated short to, I don't know, show his progress being Spider-Man of New York because Peter's dead. But that's just
The
my
issue is that it's kind of hard to go from Spider-Verse down to solo Miles movie. It should have been the other way around, but unfortunately that they didn't do that. And it would kind of feel weird to go from like this grand multiverse story to just Miles, which I would like, but I feel like that's why they're doing that.
I disagree because though that it was a multiverse story, quote unquote. They only brought in what was it, 5 or 6? Was it 6 Spider people? It wasn't that big of a multiverse story because it still took place in the Ultimate Universe, or not? It's not the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So at the end of the movie, it's like, okay, this is my. He literally says, "This is my story." So can we tell his story now, or are we just? The one thing I'm worried about this franchise.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I like the theme of like you have to do it your way.
Yeah.
Of him having to be his own character and not like just copying Peter.
Right.
I like that theme a lot more than like the anyone could wear the mask thing. It just don't sit right with me. I feel like after everything in the movie, like that line just does not work as like an ending.
I feel that.
In my opinion.
I see what you mean now.
Like I think the whole I'm gonna do my own thing in the new one, like that line hits a lot more than like you could wear the mask, because the entire point of the story is that Miles needs to do it his own way, and then he's saying anyone could wear it's so weird.
I think the point he's trying to go ahead.
You can go. My shit is kind of a subversion from what y'all are talking about.
I think the point he was trying to make was that, well, we all know that Spider-Man's, the neighborhood guy. He's about looking out for the little guy and whatnot. I think that's what I took from anyone can wear the mask. I mean, anyone can look out for the little guy.
Mhm.
That's what I took from it, not a literal like I can go put on a Spider-Man mask and I can go swing from buildings and shit.
That's what niggas say on Twitter.
Well,
They're
then,
fucking morons.
well, we do understand that niggas on Twitter was either A, dropped on concrete head first as a child, or B, was exposed to toxic radio waste. We can agree to that, right? Because they're
Yes.
not human.
They're idiots.
So I don't think we should listen to Twitter. I think we need to stop going to Twitter for opinions and pointing them out. Because honestly, I feel like the more we point out Twitter idiots, the more we become idiots ourselves because their influence starts to rub off on us.
That's why I said like it's good to get off Twitter sometimes because like they literally will make you not like shit that you like. Like they made me not like Miles Morales for the longest time.
I swear, I feel that. I really feel that. I can understand.
Niggas argue with themselves. Like, he's Spider-Man, nigga. You're arguing with yourself.
Because look, I put it like this: like as a fellow biracial mixed person like Miles is, if I say Spider-Man, everyone go once. Who when I say Spider-Man, who do you think about? Miguel?
Peter Parker.
Yeah, obviously.
Phil?
Peter.
And I think it boils down to like the whole if you don't like him, you're racist. That's so fucking stupid.
We
You
need
can
to
dislike
stop
him
that.
like a character regardless of the race.
We need
It's
to
so
stop
dumb.
that. Here's how I put it. In the comics, I think his character could be a lot better. But in Insomniac games and in the Spider-Verse movie, he's great. It literally makes me like his character a lot more. Which is really disappointing when you go pick up a comic after watching that movie. It's like, oh wow, he does not have that same swagger.
An exaggerated of a black teen.
Yeah,
What
crazy.
the fuck is a swagging?
I need to make a public service announcement to all these retards online. So
Say that word.
Cross the Spider-Verse. Y'all see like the Insomniac shit and like all the different versions of Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
like from the shows. Those are not those characters. That is not Spectacular Spider-Man. That is not Insomniac Spider-Man. It's literally just a variant that looks like them.
Well, it could
Like
be.
Bagman.
Yeah, that's not like that. Like there's like in the first movie, there's the Insomniac suit from the Ultimate Universe, Peter. Like that is not the Insomniac. But don't expect Spider-Man 2 to tie into Insomniac to this movie. It's not going to.
Why would people were actually thinking that for a minute? Like I don't understand that.
It would be stupid. It would be so dumb.
That would be terrible.
You have
writing.
two different storylines going. Why would you interchange them just for the sake of doing it?
That makes no sense.
Well, I just wanted to say something while we were talking about Spider-Verse. This is really random, and I don't like when people are like, "Oh, this character needs a live-action movie" and shit like that, because like they'll point out the most like random, unnoted character ever that needs a live-action film. But for the longest time, I really wanted a 2099 live-action film, and I feel like if this movie does good enough, they can get that done.
That's what
Yeah.
Sony should be making instead of villain movies.
Have Goblin with fucking 2099 wings.
Oh, would be cool.
That's what Sony should be making, honestly, but they won't do it.
Sony makes hit or miss decisions with Spider-Man licensing. I think
You're not
Actually,
set for
I
El
don't-
Muerto.
I don't want to hear Sony slander when they gave us the best Spider-Man media.
that's fair, but they also made Morbius and Venom too. So take that as you will.
Nigga, but niggas say the Homecoming trilogy is great, but they gave us all the bad MCU movies.
Homecoming is not a bad movie. Can we stop saying that, please?
Nigga, it's a bad Spider-Man movie, but it's an okay movie.
not a bad Spider-Man movie because he literally has great character development. He literally says, "Fuck you, Tony Stark. I'm finna go save the city anyway." I don't care what you say. I don't know how it doesn't get more Spider-Man than that. Point proven.
Nigga, he got his suit taken away.
Yeah, he's still, instead of him going and sit in the corner crying, "Oh, Mr. Stark took my suit away, wee." He went to go
All right,
save
let's
the
move
suit.
on from this because we're just gonna argue because we all hate. Me and Phil hate that movie, and you like it. That there's no changing your opinion on a movie.
Yeah, because I've seen it recently. I don't see anything. I mean, I've seen plenty of things wrong with the movie. I don't like that Iron Man is just randomly there to be there. But I feel like you're denying the fact that he goes and does Spider-Man stuff. You know, despite what he's being told. Like Tony treats him like a kid, and he doesn't want to be treated like, he wants to be respected by his peers. Which I understand it's not very, you know, comic
I
Spider-Man.
think this is the best
But
way to say it. In my opinion, I feel like the bad outweighs the good. The same
I
way I feel like Chasm 2, the good outweighs the bad. But for Homecoming, I feel like there's just so much bad shit in there that makes me just not like the movie.
okay, could you name the
Not there
three?
isn't good. Not that there isn't good stuff. I just think that overall there's more bad. In my
Well,
opinion.
could you name three specific things about Spider-Man himself?
What do you mean?
What do you think is wrong with Spider-Man in that movie?
Homecoming,
Yeah,
like him as a character, like in general of the movie.
I don't see your point.
Huh?
That is so vague.
I'll just say in general the issues I have with the movie, and I feel like you can agree with me on most of these. The side characters, like Flash, is just different for the sake of being different.
Okay,
I think MJ is bad. I think
okay.
having a different love interest was a cool idea, but she wasn't particularly good.
Um, I'm not gonna lie. I liked Liz more as a love interest. I don't know. That was just me. But them trying Liz, whatever her last name was, kind of like as a nod to Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't like MJ at all.
I grew to like her character, but I liked her like I don't care attitude, but I care in Homecoming. And then they threw that all away in Far From Home, and then
I don't know why they didn't just have her be an original character. I thought, like, if she's
But
not
she
gonna act like
was.
Mary Jane, why have her be MJ? I wish Phil would like partake in this conversation, but for some reason,
He's either
I'm
playing Call of
here.
Duty. But okay, we'll talk with
Another-
Black Man.
yeah,
Yeah,
Nigga is-
MCU is just fucking trash.
he's playing spectator mode.
We're just gonna fall asleep listening about the MCU.
I don't like the things I do like. Vulture is great. The car scene and Vulture being revealed. Okay, the biggest praise I can give to Homecoming is they made Vulture cooler in the MCU than he was in the comics ever.
I agree.
And he's played by Michael Keaton.
Vulture is not that cool in the comics.
Michael Pekin.
They made him way cool. I don't think it's a bad movie. It just overall, I don't the segment with Karen and Peter in the fucking when he gets locked in the warehouse. I hate that scene. That scene is ass.
I don't mind
Him
that
having
scene.
an AI in his suit is trash.
Knockoff Jarvis.
Shocker is terrible. The fight scenes are terrible. Like that movie, he doesn't throw a single punch the whole movie.
Superman returns.
Huh?
Superman returns.
What?
I mean, there's good to it. There's just stuff I don't like.
I think it's stupid that in the scene where he's stuck in the warehouse and he's trying out all of his like different web shots and shit like that, that like never comes back into play. Or like if it does,
I
like
hate that.
once or twice.
I do.
Like he has over 100 different types.
Yeah, and
but
they
he uses,
never
like,
brought it
3.
back up. I hate that.
It's literally used for like comedic purposes.
I like
Yeah.
that James pointed
Also,
out.
why would Tony Stark? I know it's a joke, but why would Tony Stark program an insta kill mode in a teenager's armor?
I think the point was for him to have the armor when he was
Well,
older and whatever.
Yeah, because the whole point was he had the training wheels on, and then Peter somehow got past that. I forget how though.
All right.
They hacked into it. Very Spider-Man.
Yeah. Which I don't think. I mean, this may be a nitpick, but I don't think they'd be able to do that. I think that downplays Tony Stark, but that's just me.
That's fair. I never really thought about that, but yeah, you have one of the biggest geniuses here, and bro gets downplayed by 2 high school students.
Yeah, because I don't think. I mean, they talk about like his version of Peter is so smart, blah blah. I feel like they low key tell you how smart Peter is instead of showing you in these movies. I'm not saying they didn't do that in the originals too, but I don't feel like he does that much. He just like will randomly like spew out like random like quote unquote smart words or like science words and shit, and like
Makes dumb decisions 20 minutes afterwards.
yeah, like he's overall he's an idiot, but they pretend he's like super smart, and it's like, dude, he never made a suit past a fucking pajama suit by himself.
I wouldn't call him a idiot. I would call him incompetent.
Yeah, he's incompetent, which I don't like.
Super incompetent.
He's
He relies on
garbage.
he relies on the power of friendship to boost his morale.
Bro lost. Ned saving him from Shocker is so stupid. Nice shot, Ned.
Can we just point out that Tom Holland sounded like a literal 15-year-old boy will never get old?
I the thing is about Peter Parker that this show or not show these movies don't realize is Peter Parker is a kid, but he doesn't act like a kid. It's kind of similar to like Shazam, where like their circumstances kind of age them up, and that's what Peter Parker is supposed to be like.
I think the main
Nigga
thing
watched
that
his uncle die in front of him. He wouldn't like that. Like him bearing the weight of being Spider-Man ages like matures him, so he's not just a stupid kid.
I think the main thing that kind of kills his character is them, which I'll never forget, is them taking away Uncle Ben's influence on Peter.
Yeah.
And it said they
Another
just
thing I don't like, which someone pointed out to me recently, is they he's like super like he's itching to get out of school and shit to like be Spider-Man. Like he is way too excited to be Spider-Man. Like I get he's a kid, so he's excited, but at the same time, Peter Parker is a character who wants to do well in school so he can better himself.
Yeah, and then I realized that like in the animated series, like the original animated series, that nigga does not like being Spider-Man, but he knows that like no one else is gonna protect New York. So he
Yeah,
puts his pride aside and say, okay, I'm gonna be Spider-Man. But he just
and they kind of play on that in a way.
yeah. Even in
What were
the
you gonna say?
comics, I'm just saying like he like in the comics, like Peter does not, he regrets getting these spider powers like every day. Like there's like every other, issues things. Like I wish I never got this shit, bro. I swear I wish I never got this. He just hurts people.
And then
out.
there's yeah, exactly, and he gets fucking damn near killed like by villains and shit.
Exactly. The love of his life is literally killed by his arch nemesis.
Exactly, and they don't have the balls to do that anymore. There's no way his love interest is getting killed off by a villain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's so weird because there seems like the party scene where it's like he wants to be at the party with Liz and not go and be Spider-Man. But then there's other scenes where he's like counting down time in school so he can go be Spider-Man after school. It's like it's really inconsistent. It's like, do you want to have him be a kid and act like a kid, or do you want to have him be a responsible character, like as Spider-Man should? Like, because the point is that he wants to live a normal teenage life, but he can't.
But this might be a little off topic, but why are the only Green Arrow Funko Pops they have a CW and the old ones?
This nigga Phil is crazy.
Because Phil, they don't want to make a new Green Arrow Pops for some reason.
Because he's an irrelevant character right now.
So
Also, give that nigga a movie, please. I don't know why they didn't give that nigga a movie.
Okay.
Or a show.
No, give him and Black Canary a show or movie. That's what they should do. I don't think
they really should.
Green Arrow's not strong enough to hold his own movie or show. Please, nobody say Arrow. That's Batman. Okay, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Nigga literally uses Batman characters.
I really want to see him use a boxing glove arrow.
So peak.
But back to like what we were talking about. Like, I feel like Homecoming just tries to balance. I feel like they're being so desperate to like do new stuff. Like, oh, we're gonna take him out of New York for this movie. Like, they're gonna go to Washington, and then in Far From Home, they're like, oh, we're gonna go to Europe or whatever. And they're just trying to so desperately do what the other movies didn't do, to the point where it doesn't even feel like Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is New York.
Exactly. But I don't know. I guess they can't fully grasp that concept. So
Does that movie even have a final swing? It doesn't, does it?
What movie?
Homecoming.
Yes, no, maybe.
It doesn't.
I don't remember. Well, I feel like the way it
Final
ended.
swings are like a thing. Like final swings are like a huge thing with Spider-Man movies.
I'm not gonna lie. I never noticed. I never noticed Toby doing those in his first two movies.
Toby did them
Wait.
in all of his movies.
I'm
I don't
confused.
remember that. I know
Not
Andrew
three.
did.
Not three because three
Oh,
was because three ended with him and Mary Jane getting back together. But there's a reason behind that though.
Mid reason.
Nigga, that was the finale, bro.
Him getting back with a whore is not cool. Man.
Yeah. Everybody sucked in those movies. Amazing Spider-Man 2 has a goated ending of him like wanting to mourn what's her name, but like knowing I still have to protect the city regardless of how
That
I
is-
feel. Like that's Spider-Man.
That is the peak. That's the reason why Andrew Garfield might be the best Spider-Man. That ending alone. But no, let's just criticize TASM 2 for Green Goblin and nothing else.
TASM 2 is the definition of like good outweighing the bad. Yeah, there's bad shit, but the good is so much better.
I mean, as someone who defends the Amazing Spider-Man 2 a lot because I really like it, I don't know if I agree with that. I think
What the-
there is a lot of bad in the movie, but I feel like it's still a good movie. But I don't know if the good itself outweighs the bad.
I think the
What
only
are some highlights
bad-
of being bad to you?
I
Just
think
just
I
out of
mean,
curiosity.
overall, just the plot feels extremely messy. We have Rhino's wasted incorporation. He's kind of just there's a gag character. I feel like there's not enough of Peter and Harry's relationship shown to make me really care about the character. Because like even though I like the Amazing Spider-Man 2's version of Harry, I still think there isn't enough there. I think Electro was presented as the main villain, but by the end he feels kind of shoehorned in and isn't the real threat. And I feel like they really wrote like Max's scenes before he became Electro is just like very forceful. Like that shit did not seem realistic at all.
I think my main issues with the movie that I would
But I still love the movie.
I don't think we'll consider bad is yeah, let's just make Max a nerd, and the reason he just hates the world is like, oh, no one remember my birthday. I'm gonna go kill everybody now. I think that's pretty
I don't
stupid.
mind that, like the birthday thing, to be honest. I don't mind that.
I don't know.
But I see where y'all coming from with like the goofy actual.
It is so goofy. It's like, oh, nobody remember my birthday. Fuck you, Spider-Man.
He had a yellow and green cake though.
Yeah.
Obviously works to it from coffee.
I mean, I still love Electro's character in that movie, but
To be fair, this is X's favorite line. To be fair, they don't have a lot to go off of with Electro in the comics. He's basically evil for the sake of being evil.
that's fair. And I do like them trying.
I'm
to
not
tell
saying that
something.
that makes it good, but I'm just saying like they didn't have a lot to fucking pull from.
No, it's true. It's true.
I don't mind the design because it is Ultimate Electro.
Which is, I'm glad they did actually go with that design.
Damn, I thought I was the only one that didn't mind the design.
And that's what I think he's actually menacing in the movie. Honestly, like he feels powerful.
Yeah, he
The
does.
Times
feel
Square scene is fucking peak.
I do.
It's
See, but
especially
that's
like
the thing. I feel
Spider-Man
like he
trying to
feels
reason with
powerful in that scene, but like I said, I feel like at the later end of the movies, not really.
I mean, he beats Peter, and then Gwen has to help.
Well, yeah.
How long? I heard Agatha Coven of
This
Chaos
nigga was
and
great.
Born Again will be the only live action series that will release in 2024.
What?
Phil, 3 series.
Oh, we can get a 4th one.
Nigga,
What?
Nick, you do realize like a reason like they feel so forced and like the CGI is ass because they force so many out like a year and they're trying to cut back on that.
Well, we haven't gotten any this year, so
They're trying to cut back on stuff so that they have more time to like properly finish the show.
Well, Secret Invasion comes out in a couple weeks. Who's watching it?
Wait, what?
Is anybody here gonna watch?
Yeah, it's Nick Fury. He's peak, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the
So
fuck could I get a movie coming in?
We'd be like talking about. We'd be having a conversation full of like, yo, bro, Bizarro Funko Pop. This may be a little off topic, but why is there no MLK Funko Pop? Phil is a TASM 2 hater too, so I mean, we can all
Oh
discuss.
my god, the Bizarro Funko Pop is shit.
this
TASM 2 is a fucking good movie. I don't care. Also, the nigga who played Harry, minus the Green Goblin shit, did a great job.
He did.
I
do
agree.
A good job. He did do a good job.
I feel like the Goblin shit wasn't. I think the design was ass, but like it wasn't all that bad. It was kind of forced. But Gwen Stacy's death
Bro
was
was
one of the
acting
best
like Pennywise.
They should have just had Harry as like a character before he turned into the Goblin. Like he should have been in this movie, and then the next movie he becomes the Goblin
Yeah.
or something like that. But obviously we didn't get a third one. So
Then they would have to kill Gwen Stacy still.
one is good. TASM 1 is a great movie. I don't care what anyone says. That suit is fucking peak.
I'm going.
Jasmine 2.
I
TASM
still
1
think
and 2.
TASM 2 is better. But
Overrated trash.
What?
did
How
you
is
just
it
say TASM 2
overrated?
is overrated? Literally the most hated Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Far From Home is the worst.
Yeah, but Far From Home deserves the hate. There's no good to outweigh the bad.
There's still some good stuff in that movie. Though,
Look at the
honestly.
Mysterio scene, bro. The Mysterio scene, bro. It's fucking drones.
There's
It's fucking drones. It's
No.
so. It doesn't even make sense. Nigga is playing VR. Nigga is playing VR in a small environment. Like, nigga, like it's so stupid.
I like the outfit though.
Nigga, his outfit was a motion capture suit, bro.
I know, but I'm talking about the superhero
Yeah, I know.
version of it.
Have fun buying the Mysterio Funko Pop because it's shit as well.
Okay.
There's one on Funko.com right now that's glow in the dark.
It's shit.
So
Nigga, it's literally comic book Mysterio.
Yo, Philip. do
You talking
you-
about the $30 one?
Nigga, it's on sale for $15 right now.
Man, shit.
Can
This
we?
nigga.
Can we just?
I don't think Mysterio's a good villain. I know his performance is good, but I think his motivation is dumb as fuck.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
He's
saying something.
I mean, I don't know, because like he really doesn't give a shit about Peter at the end of the day. He just has to kill him because like if he doesn't, he will be in trouble. It's like more of a nothing personal type of thing. He doesn't care about Peter. He just cares about Tony. But then Peter gets in the way, and then he has to avoid, being caught. But therein lies the problem. He cares about Tony, not Peter.
Yeah. Also, I will give props. At least they gave us two villains we hadn't seen before, but I still don't like Mysterio.
That's fine.
Mysterio.
All right. So switching topics from comics and movies to the realm of video games. Summer's Games Fest is right around the corner, guys. What?
Elden Ring.
Shut
Fuck
the
Elden Ring.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. What are
Mid-ring.
you guys wanting to see? I think I'll take this one first.
That's so.
Shut up, nigga. So first of all, of course, we get the Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay review. Oh my goodness. Guys, we might have to cut this stream short.
You think so?
I mean, we have been here for like 2 hours.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna probably deafen James, you're in charge.
Oh,
I'm probably gonna get off in like 5 minutes. Not gonna lie.
I'm in charge, bro. You're staying here.
Oh fuck. Nigga asked what Summer Games Fest. Nigga, Mortal Kombat 12, obviously.
Bro,
Summer Games Fest. Yeah. Mortal Kombat 1. Only thing that matters. I do not care about anything else at the Summer Games Fest, if I'm
It's
being
not
honest.
like we're getting anything else. It's not like we're getting Wolverine or fucking anything else like of substance.
I don't even know what games are coming out, bro.
Yeah, I
they
mean,
had
they might reveal stuff, but
no. They're still gonna reveal stuff. Oh my god, this orange Venom leak stuff.
Plus,
Crazy.
it's not like I got a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, so like, not like I can play the shit, so I don't care.
Sounds like a personal problem, bro. You have a
I don't
PC.
consider it a problem because I don't give a shit about those games.
when is the Summer's Game Fest? What date is it?
I don't know, but the Mortal Kombat
June
stuff is
8th.
June 8th.
Nigga made us wait till June 8th.
What happened?
I mean, to be
went
fair,
quick.
it's only like 10 days from now.
The fact that niggas are actually counting down to this shit is crazy.
I just know the game's coming out in September. That's all I care about, to be honest.
Fucking the thing, 12
I'm
days.
excited for the Combat Cast, bro. I hope they're good like the original Mortal Kombat 11 ones. Me and X were talking about it earlier in general chat, I think. But like, or maybe that was me and Cobra. I don't remember. I think it was me and Cobra. But like, I feel like when Mortal Kombat 11 first got down to like the Cabal Combat Cast, the J Combat Cast, that shit was nice. But later on, it just got boring. Like, I stopped tuning into them. So I hope they're good again, like in Mortal Kombat, like at the beginning of Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, I don't really
Speak,
care to watch
motherfucker.
combat cast in general, to be honest with you. But I mean, I get why people do. I just care about seeing their super move and their fatality, and that's it. I can figure out how they play when I get the game.
Okay.
Well, I'm impatient, so.
Are you sure?
What do y'all think they're gonna focus on in this game? Because in Mortal Kombat 11, they really like to focus on eyeballs.
What do you? Oh, like for the fatals and shit.
Yeah,
Hopefully they're just like gross and like brutal and not over the top cartoony.
I think the
Because I
blood
feel
will
like in
definitely look
11,
better.
when you do a fatality, you basically are just hitting a puppet and they just fall apart. Like it's not. There's no
Yeah.
weight behind it at all.
Well, I mean, if lose fatal in the trailer, which I like, that's got to be a fatal in game 100%.
It's
If
peak.
lose fatal in the trailer is anything to go off of, I think we're in good hands.
Yeah, that fatal was peak. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So you will be okay.
And it also just looks cool. I mean, not even like the gore; it just looks cool.
Yeah.
Make the blood look like blood and not like fucking gushers.
I said you will.
What did you think of the blood in the CGI trailer?
It looked good. It looked like really gross and gory as it should.
I agree. I feel like it was a bit
What?
too bright, but at the same time, most of the time it was in the sunlight. So when
Yeah.
Shang Tsung was doing all those fatals,
It's crazy. We're getting Mortal Kombat. The next Mortal Kombat in September is fucking crazy.
true. I'm glad it's not Injustice 3.
Me too. But what other game can you play as the DC Encyclopedia? That's what that nigga Phil was gonna say. More like I don't think you were in here when I said this, James. But like NRS is Mortal Kombat.
I agree.
That's why I really want them to. Because if they're not making a Mortal Kombat game, no one else is. I mean, no one else is. I mean, there's other niggas that can make like DC games, maybe not Injustice, but like there's no one else making Mortal Kombat games but NRS.
Yeah, listen, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I know
What did you find out?
I say that Injustice is pretty good. Injustice 2. You know, I talk about them, and I was like, if the next game is Injustice 3, that's fine. Honestly, I would not have cared about the game because I really did like compared to Mortal Kombat. I do not give a shit about Injustice.
It'll always just be Mortal Kombat, but with DC characters to me.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for the second one.
What did y'all think of the DLC in the second one? I heard a lot of people say that the DLC they got for Injustice 2 is like 10 times better than the shit they do for Mortal Kombat.
I don't
agree
think
with
so.
that.
I think they just overhyped TMNT. Like honestly, They gave us 2 Mortal Kombat characters.
Why the fuck would Why the fuck would the hood be stealing tape from a fish on iron?
What, Phil?
What? That's a joke on Twitter. I saw that too. They're
I don't
saying that
care.
the bot Avengers Tower.
I don't care to see rocks on the fucking board.
I think this nigga X literally just ditched his own stream.
X asked one of us to do the outro. Who wants to do it?
Well, Phil, do it since this nigga barely talked. Phil, do the outro.
That's your cue, Phil.
This thing still going.
Yeah, do the outro.
Y'all just gonna catch us. Catch us at another time. Catch us for summer game or like 2 weeks or whatever.
Great outro. I'm very proud.
What are you doing?
Thank you.
Good night, boys.
Good night. And goodbye.
Oh.